We're live.
We might be. Someone did something.
I don't even. Oh, we're live,
Oh
and I'm
goodness.
holding a light.
Uh-oh.
Oh boy.
Is that
Well,
even a good idea?
it's our favorite game, David. It's where do I put this light?
Um. Well,
This is not good. This is like right in front of
no,
my face,
terrible. That's really bad.
right? So I think you really got to go higher, but then I have nothing to hold it with up there. But that's too high because it's over my
Can you turn
hat
off
bill.
your garage lights?
Yeah. Do you want to see more of what it's doing by itself?
Yeah,
Okay. Hold on.
we'll find out. Hello, everyone. This is the part of our stream where we figure out what looks better on Cameron's terrible, terrible webcam. Lovely pile of electronics sitting there, I see.
All right. Garage lights turned off. Luna thinks my video look is too scary.
It is terrifying. Just turn it down.
Just turn it down.
The brightness down.
It is on 20%. Let's do
Ooh,
1%.
ooh. Whatever's happening here, a little higher, like 10%. Try 10%.
What is which here? This one?
Luna, come. Come here. Come here. Come on.
Okay. Right here?
This is interesting. I like this. I like this.
How's that?
Over here.
There's 10%. It's giving me like what I'll call Romulan eyebrows. You see that?
Yeah.
My glasses
I'm
shadow?
okay with it though. More Vulcan. More Vulcan.
Is that what I was trying to
I
describe?
think so. Like the Spock is a Vulcan, not a Romulan.
Well, the Vulcan and Romulan origins are intertwined.
Fair.
They're evolved from the same ancestors.
Whatever you're doing here is working for me.
Gesundheit, me. Excuse me. Yeah, you like it?
Yeah, I think it's great.
I'll play like this, sure.
I'm gonna do a little testy test of our
Happy New Year's Eve, everybody.
Happy New
Drink
Year's
like there's
Eve.
no
Oh,
tomorrow.
yeah,
It's
coffee.
coffee, by the way. Yeah,
Coffee.
that's what I'm drinking.
I'm drinking like I need to be up.
Just
already.
kidding. No, it is coffee.
How do we sound?
I'll play like this, sure.
Oh,
I'm gonna do a little
we sound good. We sound low.
We sound like we know what
Man.
we're doing. Happy New Year's Eve, everybody.
Happy New
Drink
Year's
like there's
Eve.
no
Oh.
tomorrow.
Oh, wow. Okay.
David,
we're
did
in
you
a good spot.
do we have our lo-fi girl working? What are we
We
listening to today?
currently don't, but I do have it loaded up here, and so we're gonna
Which
go
one are we listening
with,
to today?
I think let's just do the beats to relax / study to.
Good old lo-fi girl. Thanks for the jams. Which beats to chill beats to relax / study to?
Yep.
Jazz / lo-fi hip hop radio? No. That's not right. David, tell you what, why don't you link in the chat what we're listening to?
I am gonna link that in the chat. That's a great idea. A little lo-fi girl for everyone.
Perfect.
You know what we're doing today, Cameron?
What are we doing today, David?
It's something that I've been excited for quite some time, and that is Satisfactory. Boy, is it a good game. Boy, is it basically Factorio in 3D. But it's got its own flair. It's got its own angles that Factorio doesn't have that I think are well worth exploring.
I cannot wait to play this. I'm so thrilled that we've worked so hard to get to this point where I can just right click on Steam and go Satisfactory button. And while that is loading and we get into our first Satisfactory game, there's another good first that we can knock off our to-do list here.
What's that?
Now
What's
we're
that?
in a nice groove. We need to figure out how that raid function works. And the best way to figure out how something works is
Hit
see how far you
button.
can get on your own.
Who
if
are
you're
we
feeling
rating?
safe
Who
enough.
are we rating?
I think because we're getting into Satisfactory, we should raid whoever is streaming to the Twitchiverse in the Satisfactories.
All right.
And didn't you say someone was already in there doing some streaming?
Let's see. Pick a live channel to raid. Let's do Satisfactory. Let's go here. The top one is a guy named, or girl named Scan Voice.
Scan Voice.
Yeah, let's
spell it for me.
SCANVOICE.
Scan Voice is streaming Satisfactory. Well, I think I'm gonna push that start raid button and let's just go see. Let's go see what they're doing. You know.
Hello, Hope. Happy
Hi,
New Year
Hope.
yourself. We're just playing around with the raid button, but we will be starting Satisfactory shortly here.
And I'm excited to hear about your Satisfactory.
Yeah, how much have you put into it? I probably have 100 hours into the game, which is not that much less than my 200 to 300 hours into Factorio. So I'm excited. I have not played since update 3 though, so it's been a minute.
All right, David. It looks like 2 of our viewers are ready to go on a raid with us.
Goodness gracious!
It looks, it's cool functionality. I like that you push the button and then the numbers of viewers that are ready to raid with you respond, and then I'm gonna push this raid now button.
All right, and then let's just see what happens.
And now I think we're
hosting them.
Watch them.
By just opening up their stream.
I think so.
Hey, David, Access Television. Wow, welcome in, man. Thanks for the raid.
Oh, we both can't be typing from the same.
Hey, greetings.
I mean,
do you want to take the first typing shift? You're a better typer than I am.
Nah, go for it. Oh, Hope. Good job on the follow. Now, does Hope hear us in addition to
stupid things here? We like to do that.
Scan Voice?
So this would be
the idea is people watch multiple streams at a time. I think.
The beginning.
Yeah, Factorio is a hard game to get out of. As much as I love Satisfactory, it's slower than Factorio, and when you want to build a giant mega base, Factorio is a little easier to get into.
What do you mean? But don't drag us in this? This
it's
game
just
has a coffee cup. It's been a few updates since I tried it. Oh yeah. Well, if you know the sync program or what it is, then yeah, you can find the coffee cup.
This is thrilling.
Wait, David, do you know what he's talking about?
Who is talking about? About the coffee cup?
Yeah, like how to get a coffee cup in the game. That's amazing.
Oh, I thought
David,
that was there last time we played.
World?
It is one ticket in the awesome shop.
I totally don't remember that. That makes me feel right at home in this game.
Did we ever play with a coffee cart?
Coffee cup?
Yeah. Did we play?
I just love that.
I think we had a coffee
cart. We played with the cart. We drove. I don't know if it was a coffee cart. It was a factory cart.
Well, I know, but I think the same update that added the factory cart also added the. Oh, Stream Elements posted our stream in here. Oops. Sorry to.
Do I turn that off? How do I turn that off?
Check out David Access Television.
It's the automated thing that Stream Elements is doing, but for sure I didn't want it to be doing that to him.
Yeah.
That's.
I don't know how to turn that off. Okay.
It's on no, I mean it's on the chat dashboard thing.
Moderator. Oh wait, is it his Stream Elements?
I mean, I think it's.
Oh yeah, this person named Rassisk did exclamation mark SO. Okay. See, we're figuring out how this works. I don't know if anyone's watching us, but we're playing around with this raid button. Because why not? This is a cool structure that Scan Voice is building. What's it gonna be? Like maybe some mega train station?
Should be on the same level, right? Yeah.
You could just ask in the chat, like, did our welcome raiders? Yeah, I think it's the Rassisk guy who linked to us. Can we make an entire... Oh, hello, Hope. Sorry, I'm trying to read 2 chats and I'm bad at it.
14.
Can we make an entire Twitch channel that does nothing but raid?
That is
You love it, don't you?
Yeah.
phew. I was already sweating a little bit.
What are you typing, sir?
I said this is the very first raid we've done, and we are streaming our first Satisfactory session soon. Sorry if...
Hey, hey. Luna.
I want to say sorry.
My dog is cuckoo. I'll be back. No. What is your
This is the very first raid we've done, and we are streaming our first Satisfactory session soon. Awesome.
Small dog break.
So, and because it's long ago, so you're basically playing a new game, I would say. So it's all... Let's make it easy for myself.
I wonder what his project is. Ask him what his project is.
And yeah, if you have not seen the coffee cup yet, then you have not played in a long time.
Yeah, yeah. Update 2, I believe, is when... I'm fairly sure we had the coffee cup last time we played, but I'm maybe not. The coffee cup was definitely added much after, way after launch.
What am I working on today? This is... Well, I'm still early game, like very early, in the sense what I actually have done. I'm concentrating on
Down.
unlocking stuff.
Down. Down.
And today I made, this is the beginning of the main base.
Mm.
So this is kind of train station level. The main hut, no, not even.
He's really
It's the
planning ahead
garage.
here.
The garage.
Hey.
Yeah, this is on here.
Do you think we should play with Smart Mod?
I don't
Hey,
really know what Smart
no.
Mod is. What is Smart Mod?
Smart Mod does many things, but this zooping feature that he's doing is new to the game as of update 5, which is like being able to put 10 foundation blocks down simultaneously. See how he's doing that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's new, which is great. It makes things much faster. However, Smart Mod lets you do this same thing with belts and like constructors and assemblers and smelters and things like that. Buildings, effectively.
Well, that's a good thing then.
Hey,
We
hey,
like coffee
no.
around here. Yeah. Oh, I know what went wrong. Wait a minute. If this is...
Wow.
Oh crap.
I love the coffee emote. Scanvo coffee.
Oh,
That's
crap.
amazing.
Yes, I need a coffee. Absolutely.
Oh man, that's so cool, David. It's a coffee cup.
Yeah, we
And
can
it
get a
says-
coffee cup pretty quickly in the game.
But I want it as a... Now I understand why I... Oh man, I want that emote, David.
Did that as top level, but it's the under level. Still.
David, I'm not against doing. I mean, what do you think? Because there's not really like a. Is there an end to this game?
No,
Yeah,
not at the moment.
exactly the problem.
But there's barely an end to Factorio. It's the same
Well,
deal
but
where
there-
you sort of.
But there is at least.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
there's
there
a
is,
simple
there is.
one thing that was an ending. Like, so we either need to come up with that on our own or be comfortable just starting with no ending in sight, which is fine. We just will need to be honest with ourselves about how and when to stop. So by that end, I'm inclined, sure, let's try the mods. Because you and I tried this.
Rebuild it.
I mean, you've played it more recently than I have.
No.
I haven't been playing since pre-Coffee Cup, which was like, I don't know. You said it was even still there. It's been too long.
That's
I don't know. Mod the hell out of it if we want. I'm fine.
Well,
with it.
it's the only mod that I think we should install. There are other mods for like, higher end power suits and things like that. No, Luna, jeez, she loves to pick the beginning of our streams to decide that it's time to play.
Well, because she's excited. She's
Yeah.
like, it's time to stream, Dad.
Yeah, exactly.
Does the audience need a small dog break?
So the highest end thing in the game is let's do a satisfactory calculator.
God, coffee beans? The currency at ScanVoice is coffee beans. I love that.
Wouldn't you
Love it,
bonk
love it.
on that cliff? What do you mean by that? We can shift things around in such a way it still stays within certain boundaries.
So there's like supercomputers and quantum computers. It's some of the highest end stuff in the game. I think our goal can be along the lines of like, I don't know, like 10 per minute of one of those. Like that's a relatively reasonable goal, or 100 per minute. 100 per minute might be a bit much. 10 per minute seems doable. So if I add an item of 10, it's not turbo motors, it's quantum computers. 10.
Cool. He streams Elite Dangerous too.
Oh, nice. That's a great game. Speaking of which, I really want to play Star Wars Squadrons again.
Yeah, I do too. Speaking of VR games that we should stream.
That one has to go. Anyway.
So I think a few ground rules with this game is our North Star for our base needs to be this. Everything has to look good. No plopping down a bunch of machines that are ugly and disorganized and just spaghetti. And not only that with the machines, but the structures. Like everything that we build needs to have like a little structure around it with walls and windows and doors and like decorations and little and we can decorate everything together, and we'll sort of design things sort of like a Minecraft house or a Valheim structure. Like you just
I mean, I'm very absolutely like I it'll take me a while to be able to contribute like reasonable recommendations on how to contribute like that. So I'll promise I'll try to be as neat as possible. I mean, things like if it's not a right angle, it's a wrong angle is like a good easy one. Like no diagonal belts, make them nice like 90-degree turns, stuff like that. I don't know, but other than that, I don't really have anything else to go on. Other than that, the philosophy in general, which I'm happy to hold on to.
The machines are pretty straightforward. You'll learn that quickly enough, and same with pipes and belts and things like that. But the structures are something that you'll get instantly because it's just, it's a single block or panel for putting up walls or foundations or ceilings. And there's a bunch of decorative things that you can add, like catwalks and railings. And at that point, it's just totally aesthetic. Like, what would you do if you were designing a factory building? How would you make it look cool? And at that point, the limitation is imagination. But I love that kind of stuff, personally. Man,
I'm down to follow your lead on this. You're more experienced in the Satisfactory than I, by I don't know how many hours. My Steam account has 0 hours on this game, so I'm quite new. I don't even know how to feel about it. But because I get to stroll around something that you and I are working on with a factory coffee cup kind of thing in my hand, that's just...
Is that exciting?
It's very exciting.
All right, should we end this raid?
And I'm quite pleased about Scan Voice. Like, this is thrilling. This is the best part about Twitch, is meeting cool people that you did not know existed at all and seeing what they have to offer you. And Scan Voice has a lot to offer. Coffee, camaraderie, Amsterdam is an amazing place, and you can tell Bert seems like an amazing person as well. We're gonna... I gave him a follow. That's worth a follow to me. He seems cool. And I just love the coffee beans, and I love learning about it.
Born in 1966.
So, here we are. Yeah, I love that too. Like, do you think we should? I like his about me section. I appreciate it. Yeah, and I'm down. I think the game's loaded. We can go.
All right. Yeah, let's stop this stream.
Okay, so I think all I do is hit unhost.
Yeah, I think you're correct. And then I am going to...
Bye, Scan Voice.
Launch Satisfactory. Put Lo-Fi Girl back on. Let me turn off music. All right. So I'm gonna flip over here to my ultra wide focus.
All right. I just left a nice comment in the chat. I hope that expresses my gratitude to Bert.
I'm sure it does a very nice job of that.
I want to spend my coffee beans on something. I just love that it's coffee beans.
All right.
All right, let's get into our factory.
All right, we have a decision to make, sir.
Oh God, a decision already? What do we have to decide?
So we had to decide our starting point. Grass fields, rocky desert, northern forest, or dune desert. Grass fields, ideal for first-time pioneers. The first viable building location Fixit had found, standing out because of its open and relatively flat fields. Considering the distances between mining locations, building outposts and or large transportation lines may be necessary eventually. All right, rocky desert, suitable for first-time pioneers. The textbook example of a Fixit-approved building location with balanced resources, space, and distances. Additionally, it is very close to the sea, making water, an easy commodity. The Northern Forest, good for more experienced pioneers. A lush building location with many height differences and a few open areas, challenging conventional building and planning methods. Despite these challenges, it caught our eye due to the richness of its resources. And last but not least, the Dune Desert, recommended for advanced pioneers. Initially considered too risky, further investigation has convinced us that this area is viable for building with its large, open spaces and plentiful mining locations. Foliage and water locations are rare and contained, making initial power setups challenging. Where did we play the last time we played?
I'm not really sure. I kind of am getting the number 2 vibe from the last time I played this with you, but I don't know if they had this much variety when we played last. You know,
I can't remember when we played. If it was update 2, the Dune Desert wasn't even a thing because I think they added that in update 3. And we might have just started here in the grass fields. I know from experience that the best starting location in terms of so there's 3 different types of resource node in the game. There's impure, pure, and normal. And the difference is pretty significant. I think it's 30, 60, and 120 resources coming out of each one, respectively. So rich resources are like literally double as good as normal resources. So there is a place that's not too hard to get to in the Northern Forest, where the one downside is that it's pretty cramped. You're not going to be building a large base, but it definitely is probably the best starting location with everything rich resources, multiple rich resource nodes like right next to you. Grass fields is something that I haven't done in a long time, but it's a really good one, and it's like it's a classic. Like lots of outdoor space. You don't have to go too far with your mining. And then the Dune Desert I've also played. Very large open spaces to build.
I'm sorry to interrupt, David. Our video on our stream is unstable and appears to be frozen.
Video buffering? Use the low latency toggle.
Let's see.
Oh, first of all, our stream is outputting... I'm supposed to be outputting 6,000 kilobits per second, but it seems to be... My meter says I am outputting... Oh, no, now it's back down. Okay, it should be more stable soon. I don't know what was going on.
What kind of... this is the first time we've been streaming and having Satisfactory loaded, right? What kind of resource load is your computer under? And like OBS in particular? Or its stats
3%.
So what gives? What's with the sad network?
I don't know. I have hardline internet. My internet is active and working well. Is it actually unstable?
It doesn't play well on my phone. Does it play on your phone?
It's okay. I'm going to right now. Yeah, it's working fine.
It looks like I also learned about a new tool,
What's that?
inspector.twitch.tv.
Oh.
So what gives? What's with this? It does look like it's working nicer now.
On my phone, it looks like it's working perfect.
Yeah, definitely. I'm learning a lot. This information shows our stream was unstable for 3.1 minutes.
Wow. Well, now it says excellent. So maybe I just had a little dip in my Comcast.
Weird and gross.
Yeah, seems to be working
Well,
okay now.
I don't know. I trust your choice here, but
We have to make every choice together, sir. We are
my
partners.
gut goes with the first one. My gut goes with the first one.
Okay, let's do it. I think that's a great place to start. So we'll go here. I think we should skip the intro because it's really basic, boring stuff. And that said, it's our first time streaming this game. Should we just go through that intro process? It takes...
I probably need the intro, but if you feel you can comfortably guide me through the early game after skipping the intro, but I'm happy to experience the intro again with everyone.
Yeah, I think we can definitely be guided through the early game. There's no tutorial or anything. It basically has you build your first little structure, like step by step. It's kind of cool, but it probably takes an hour and a half and is really simple.
That's okay. I got time.
All right. All right.
And I'm not in a huge hurry. And if anything, we have a lot of like Twitch interface to still figure out.
That's true. That's true. What then is our... Yeah, see... I'm wondering why... Whatever's happening... Like, I'm occasionally getting bitrate spikes up to like 12 kilobits per second. And I wonder why that is. Because I have it throttled to 6,000.
Because that's the video bit rate. When you combine that with the audio bit rate, you're actually shooting more like 6,192. So if you really want to shoot an even 6, set your video closer to like 575. Oh.
Gotcha. I mean, I'm okay with it as is, but it's just weird that it's jumping up to 12,000 sometimes. Oh well. Okay, really important question. What is the name of this world?
Oh my gosh. How do you name worlds? Does it deserve like a human name or
Good
a
question.
funny name? What kind of name does our world deserve? Speak to us from the future, world.
I would say... The David?
We could we could tribute this obviously to Betty White. Rest in peace.
All right. R.I.P. Betty White.
Perfect. By the way, I have a new theory about that. Now that we've been globalized properly, thanks COVID, we can start to work on a new global calendar system. And I propose we maybe think about using ABW time. And today is the zeroth day of After Betty White. Happy zeroth day of After Betty White. It's not exactly... It is a day of celebration, but also of respect. And we're not really celebrating the death of Betty White. We're celebrating the life of Betty White. Mm-hmm. David, have you ever seen Golden Girls?
I have seen clips of it, but it was
I have never seen Golden Girls.
Oh.
And I'm excited to get in touch with Golden Girls. I've heard so many great things over the years.
Yeah,
we are unstable.
Well, I don't know what to do about it. On my end, it says excellent. Is it still the same?
On your end, it says excellent?
Yeah, I'm just in the stream manager of our page here.
I am too, and it definitely says unstable. But is that my network connection? That doesn't make sense. It says stable now. There was just... Yeah, so, okay, it's just coming intermittently. It'll be like stable for 2 minutes, unstable for 10 seconds. Stable for another 2 minutes, unstable for 25 seconds. Stable for 10 seconds, unstable for 15 seconds. So this will be a fascinating gremlin to detect. Hopefully it's not with us playing Satisfactory. That would be a bummer.
Yeah, I would be surprised if that was the case, but I suppose we'll find out.
So once you've created R.I.P. Betty White, are there any other settings for us to...
Oh, you know, go into your options and then gameplay. Not gameplay. Where is it? Yeah, gameplay, sorry. And then near the bottom, disable seasonal events and make sure that's checked, because it's still the Christmas time of the year right now, which sounds real fun, but in practice, these giant presents drop from the sky and occupy every buildable
Yikes.
space.
Okay.
Yeah.
We'll just get past that, and I'll hit apply.
Fair.
Sure. Deal. I don't need to do any of the mod stuff, right? It'll probably do all that for me, or what?
Yeah, I think you're right. I'm going to disable this and this and add a window capture of Satisfactory.
Just a little bit of stream updating.
Okay, we're good there. So, yeah, disable seasonal events is checked. Perfect.
Disable seasonal events is checked.
All right, RIP Betty White. You ready for this?
I'm ready. How do I? Let's see. You're not on. You're not
I think
there
I have to load
yet.
into the game before you can be invited.
You're also not even online for me.
That's okay. I'm a secret invisible person. Oh, I have to go through the opening cutscene.
Which we are not seeing on stream, or at least
Attention
not in
Pioneer.
Discord. I'm
The
not
following
seeing.
instructional video is a summary of your impending duties as an exoplanetary pioneer for Fixit Incorporated.
What are we seeing?
Fixit pioneers
Your
have
Satisfactory
three cyclical assigned
gameplay
pillars
menu.
of work to
It happened when
ultimately
you made your
accomplish
OBS
project
change.
assembly. Use provided blueprints to build the necessary buildings. Chart the planet and gather resources to provide desired results and improve your infrastructure. Make sure to report any unusual discoveries to R&D for analysis.
How about that?
Lo-Fi Girl Jam, so good. You fixed it.
Expand your factories, outposts, and pipelines through automation and augmentation.
Okay. Your computer, I think, is
That's it.
struggling
Get to work
with
and be effective.
showing me Discord.
Warning, planetfall
My
imminent.
computer struggling?
Please remain
How-
seated during full
I'm
procedure.
not really sure now.
Atmospheric entry
You know,
in 5, 4, 3,
my
2, 1.
system resources are very
Procedure initialized.
I wonder if I need some driver update somewhere that I have to do.
Oh yeah, it does say I'm only streaming like 9 frames per second.
There you go. Where is that?
That says that's in
OBS stats.
OBS, yeah.
Yeah, so keep your eye on OBS stats window. How many frames you can drop? What percent?
Lots and lots and lots of frames.
There you go. So that's our problem.
Planetfall complete.
But why is it doing that?
Please ensure the integrity
because
of your
Satisfactory.
multi-purpose exploration suit is at 100%.
It's what?
I think it's because our computers are overloaded.
Remember,
My
efficiency
CPU is
first.
taxed at 100%
Godspeed.
right now.
My CPU's at 3%. This. I can't talk. 3%.
My CPU is at 100%. My GPU is at 90%.
Goodness gracious. Well,
Welcome
my game
to
itself
Planet
is running
Massage
at like
2
120
ABB,
frames
your
perfectly
designated
smoothly.
sector in the binary star system of Akicha. I am Ada, also known as Artificial Directory and Assistant,
And how are you
tasked to support
acquiring
pioneers such as
The
you
signal
in their
into
mission.
OBS?
You are the third of your sector
I
to
don't
survive
understand the question.
planetfall.
You
Congratulations.
said window capture?
No.
It's my display capture. Window
First
capture was
objective.
frozen in my menu
Please
for some
dismantle-
reason.
no-
Something is afoot that we do not
Settings.
understand.
My output settings are quite low. It shouldn't be a problem. I feel like there's no reason this shouldn't work.
I'm not so sure. I think there's a lot being asked of our computers, but I also don't understand. The math doesn't add up on, like, my CPU says 100%, and there's definitely not 100% of numbers here that I can see. Just getting smoked, though.
I mean, 100% is not abnormal when you're playing the game, at least. But yeah, it looks terrible on stream.
Satisfactory is only 11% of the CPU. Chrome's doing most of the heavy lifting.
All important
What
fixed
to
data and
do?
communication is recorded.
What to do? I mean,
I think I need to make sure like a driver update is all good.
well, but it's
That's
on
my
your
instinct
end.
now.
I feel like it's my end that. Oh wait, now it says we're. Yeah, for some reason, like 15 frames per second is what I'm getting. So weird. But only in OBS.
Only in OBS. So
The game itself
check
is getting
what
120.
what's going on in your task manager. Like, is OBS using a lot of something? Like, what's your CPU and your GPU under your task manager?
OBS is using
tabs?
8% of my CPU. The game is using 21% of my CPU. I'm using a total of 50% of my CPU. I'm only using 2% of my network. Luna! What are you doing?
Yeah, I don't understand.
Okay, I'll be
My
right back.
CPU is rocking at 100%, and GPU even a 2080 rocking at like 97%. Just getting smoked. Well, here we are trying to understand why we're just getting smoked. If I quit this, will it go away? Okay, that's starting to make it go down a lot, but not that much.
All right.
Okay, so with Satisfactory off, my computer is still doing 80%
For what?
CPU. Chrome.
Jesus. My Chrome is at 3%. That's strange. Well,
I kind of think
we have no viewers, so I say let's restart our computers. I think I'll take Luna out for 15 minutes, and then let's try it again. And if it doesn't work, we'll just go to Factorio.
that seems reasonable. I'm closing Chrome tab one at a time to see if I can figure it out, but I don't know. Maybe that was the benefit of that was why it was working for Factorio, because Factorio is such a lighter game.
Maybe.
Because am I seeing that right on your screen? You're getting smoked too?
Well, definitely in OBS, it's only capturing at like, you know, it goes between 10 and 20 frames per second. I am not getting spectacular frame rate in OBS, and I just don't understand that part at all.
Well, I mean, I guess it depends on how Factorio might be utilizing the resources differently than Satisfactory. I mean, Satisfactory is such a higher lift game, but I don't know why.
What are people
You were
using?
doing a display capture for both?
I'm using a display capture. Well, here, I'll go back to a window capture.
Because the other thing is, go look at the properties in those display captures and window captures and compare the capture method and just play around with those options, because the capture method that you're using is possibly involved as a culprit for using your resources differently and being able to capture stuff well or not. And I don't think it's like a hardware limitation. Sometimes it's just like, yep, that's just the software getting in the way as intended. Thanks.
Yeah, for some reason when I do a window capture of Satisfactory, it's back in the main menu, which I have not been in 10 minutes.
Deactivate it and reactivate it.
can delete it and re-add
There's
it.
Isn't there an activate deactivate button?
No, not on the window capture option.
Hmm. What a mystery.
Oh, wait. Let's try this.
That seems like it's working.
Back down to like 12 frames per second, though.
Weird.
Very weird.
And I also don't understand why my computer is still like, I mean, it's still at 75% CPU. All I have open is Chrome, 2 OBSs, and Discord.
How strange.
I think your plan was correct, by the way.
Yeah, I feel
Just
like just a
restarting.
restart. Yeah, go ahead and restart your thing, and I'll restart mine, and I'll just be back in 15 minutes so I can take Luna out and she'll stop bothering me.
All right, everyone. Well, we hope you enjoyed our super great show today. Super fun.
we did a
Checking
raid,
in
that was
with
fun.
Hope. We did our first raid. We learned that we don't know as much about streaming Satisfactory as we thought we did, but that's okay because we're learning more about it.
I wonder how people are they just using a capture card to use a separate device to...
I think so.
Okay. Yeah, I guess that works.